I had to learn what I got and what I'm not and who I am.
Love that song. That is singer-songwriter Jason Mraz, and he's here. He's performing in Atlanta this weekend. He took time out to stop by HLN. Great to see you.
Thank you very much.
So glad you're here. How's the tour going?
Swimmingly. It's going so well. We've done about 6 shows now, and we finally found our legs, and you know, there's been a really great response by the fans. So
how is this
stoked.
one different than the other tours? Do they all have different feels? I know Christina's involved in this one.
Yeah, we have Christina Perry on the road, who's fantastic. So she sets the tone right from the beginning of the show with a high energy, and her passion is infectious. And we've always tried to bring that kind of energy to the stage, where you see on stage a group of ordinary human beings who are having the time of their lives, and you hope that their joy resonates with your joy, et cetera, et cetera.
I do have to say, you're not an ordinary human being. You have an amazing talent.
Thanks.
The best songs that I've heard. That's why usually there's no one in the studio. There's a lot of people here to see you. I'm Yours is such a huge hit, and it has been for a while now. Tell us how your life changed since that song became a hit.
Yeah, well, I've always just kind of kept my head down. I'm a songwriter, and I usually write about what's going on in my own life, whatever I'm working out or whatever I want to be when I grow up. And, you know, so I had written a song, one of hundreds of songs called I'm Yours, that was really just about giving myself to the unknown, just to the moment, you know. And over the years, it took off. And then once it really hit radio and television, it really took off. And I went from this kind of gradually climbing singer-songwriter to, you know, a world-renowned songwriter, I suppose. And it gave us a world audience, I should say, in short. It took us to, I don't know, 20, 30 countries around the world. And it opened my eyes up to what the power of a song can do for someone's life.
I was going to say all morning that song's been in my head, and I love it. What do you think it is about that song that connected? It's your voice, of course, and the words, but the music as well, I think, connects.
Yeah, you know, when I first wrote it, I thought it was a nursery rhyme. I thought I had stolen it from something I heard when I was a kid. And I was actually reluctant to put it out because I thought it was so simple. But I think, yeah, it is that familiar melody, and I think it was also right message at the right time. You know, I think the music industry at that moment was just looking for something that had that slow, steady groove, and also that optimism, that hope, and or that generosity. You know, it's not a song about material wealth or gathering. It's more about giving. I'm yours. Here, have my resources, have my time, my energy.
And speaking of resources and energy, your tour this year is Going Green, and you just don't talk about it. You actually have the audience participate in this. Explain how you're doing that.
Well, we have a variety of things, and I do it because it's how I live my life at home. Yeah, I try to monitor the energy that I'm bringing in, that I'm using, etc. So I realized when I'm on tour, I should be doing the same thing, because this weekend I'm in Atlanta, so I should consider this my environment to care for. So we have a guy who comes with us on tour whose sole job is just to make sure everyone's recycling, and that all the paper, glass, plastics, all that gets sorted and goes to the right place. We ask our fans to come and help us compost whatever food we eat from local farms in all the areas, so we're doing our best to cut down on shipping and all that. Everybody has their own plastic water bottle, and thanks to Brita filters that we travel with, we can all drink from the tap. So we're not buying single-use plastic water bottles and leaving a trail of plastic in our wake.
So you're not just talking about it, you're doing something.
Yeah, we're doing as much as we can. In a lot of cities, I think the next city that we're going to do is Hartford, Connecticut, where we actually get off the bus and we go and we plant trees.
I love
or we
that.
beautify a park and we help native trees thrive. And I feel that trees are probably the best way to contribute to the clean air, to a cooler environment, to wildlife. Especially if the trees are fruit trees, you can get food out of them. So I'm trying to plant as many trees as possible now.
Well, you have such a forum now with so many fans, and you've been around for a very long time. And Twitter, I was looking on Twitter today, you have a lot of followers.
Yeah.
Why do you think people connect with you? Well, I know that because you're a great artist, but do you find it's a great way to communicate with people about what you believe in?
Yeah, it is, and I try to be really careful about how I use Twitter, because I feel if I just give information, some people might get turned off by that, because then I become just another news feed.
Right.
So I do mostly photographs with a little bit of information, or try to make it fun. For example, back in January, I went to Antarctica with Vice President Al Gore and a team of amazing scientists and entrepreneurs. And I knew that if I just tweeted climate issues, people would turn me off. So my partner, who I was with at the time, we dressed in identical clothing every day. She's a percussionist. And we gained 40,000 Twitter followers on that expedition while giving climate information, but mainly because we were dressing the same and people wanted to see what we were going to wear next.
That's great.
So
and you
cool.
have a sense of humor. I saw the other day you were tweeting after a show and there was clothes placed of yours.
Yeah. I try to keep it
So check
personal.
it out if you haven't seen it.
I try to keep it real.
I can't not talk about your avocado farm. You have one
cool.
in San Diego.
Yeah. You should come check it out.
Do you have to do a lot of work there?
I do. More recently, I've been doing a lot. I mean, I'm on tour right now, obviously, but when I'm home, being on a farm, working in the grove amongst the avocados is so grounding, literally. You're actually working in the dirt, and whereas touring is very lofty, you know, you're constantly traveling or flying.
I'm ending on a serious note here. I have talked to you about your performance with Elmo.
Oh, yeah.
How was that?
Career highlight. Definitely. And and I also feel like I've secured my future because I meet so many young people who learned of me through my appearance on Sesame Street. And they're 5, 6, 7 years old now. And I can only think that maybe in 10, 20 years, there'll be adults coming to see my shows.
When Cookie Monster and Elmo love you,
yeah,
your future is bright.
Yeah.
Jason, it's been an honor. Great to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.